Okay, guys, hi. I'm back, and this is gonna be the full video for the upcoming Sci-Fi Journal, the Ephemera that I've been collecting. Don't ask me why I decided on doing a sci-fi journal. I guess I started thinking about when I started thinking about doing the Star Wars video. I thought, well, why stop at Star Wars? There's so many other great sci-fi characters, and there's so much out there about sci-fi. So I think that's why I decided to go ahead and maybe make two separate journals. I have so much material gathered together already for Star Wars. It's enough for its own journal. That's not to say there won't be Star Wars dudes appearing in the Sci-Fi Journal, but for right now, I'm keeping the two kind of separate. And so here's what I've gathered together so far. One of the things, all right, well, I guess I'll show you once again the hand dyed paper. This was the video I just recently posted on hand dyeing your own paper. Okay, so this is going to be some of the background for some of the space stuff, because I mean, space is kind of dark, and a lot of that, those planetary looking things, I think, will look good against that kind of that purpley background. So that was my theory on that anyways. And let me see, what did I do with them? Beg your pardon, turning my back to the camera. I know that's a no-no. Oh, they're underneath you. Hold on. I'm such a mad scientist sometimes. I swear I'm like the absent professor in my own studio here. All right. I also decided to make some galaxy paper because I didn't really see what I was looking for in terms of space backgrounds and stuff. So I had some black cardstock, and I got to thinking that I could make some really cool galaxy paper out of that. So I did. I started kind of experimenting with the paints and the sprays, and I'll probably do a quick tutorial on this one. There's a few tutorials online about making galaxy paper. They're not exactly like the way I'm making mine, and so there's one that's really similar, like she was onto the exact same idea as me, I think, with using the black cardstock. But I really like how my nebulas are turning out here. This one is my favorite by far. And I think that this one's really great. I'm using like a combination of paints and sprays on top of the black cardstock. And I think it's just, they're going to add something really cool to this journal. They're not all so colorful. But, I kind of had done these first, and then I thought about doing one that was a little more colorful. So I really like how this one turned out, and I'll probably work on some more and maybe do a tutorial on that coming up soon. So that's it for like what I've got so far, just paper-wise, for background papers and things. Now, I found this book at one of the thrift stores. This is a, scholastic book on space, and there's lots of really great spacey graphics in it, that I think will make really nice backgrounds and elements and accents and things. So that was one. I found this book at a yard sale this morning. It's a kid book, but it's just chock full of pictures on all kinds of science and geology and stuff, but there's a whole nice little section in here for space. So I don't know, this is such a nice book though. I almost hate to tear into it because I think it's a good book for kids. It would be a good one to send to my nephews, actually. It's hard to make the decision to tear up a kid book, but there's lots of them out there. So once again, I went to the comic store and I picked up the X-Files. And there was at least one really great picture I saw in here that I think needs to be in the Sci-Fi Journal. The X-Files there. So there's that. There's this guy, goodness, I'm screwing up my manicure. This is Invincible. He just looked kind of space-aged alien to me. There's like some species on species love going on there. So I think it's, that, to me, all that stuff's kind of along the lines of what I'm thinking for this journal. There's this one called Starborn, and once again, this one has a lot of really great graphics in it as well. So I don't know that I'll use everything that's in here, but I mean, she looks pretty wild and out there. So that one will be fun. And then I found this, talk about old school. Star Trek Next Generation, which was one of our favorites. When my oldest Lisa was young, we couldn't wait for Next Generation to come on every week. She would make the sound at the beginning when it takes off, and she'd go just like that. We would say, "Lisa, Star Trek's on!" She'd come running. She loved watching Star Trek with us. I'm surprised she's not more of a sci-fi nerd now than she is. I mean, she's really more into rock and roll and stuff. But I mean, oh my God, look at that great picture of the Enterprise. So yeah, I'm going to have fun with this Sci-Fi Journal, guys. Okay, so I found these. Was this Jot? Yeah, these were at Dollar Tree. I was like, hell yeah. I got Jot stickers in there, all spacey. Look, there's even like a UFO dude in there. Hell yeah. And I got some puppies. Some little puffy aliens. I used to have a subscription to Smithsonian. And so there's some nice pictures of the Red Planet in here. Here was the original prototype of the Galaxy paper. This was the first one I made, I think. And looks like I used copper spray and blue. Gosh, I don't even know. I sprayed some inks or something on there. So that one. And I found another kid book. So this one's got like more like cartoony looking pictures in it, I don't know if there's one you can see. But then I found this one, Funny Fill-In, and this was at Dollar Tree. I found this not too long ago, just the other day, and I liked it because there was some little aliens in there, he's in his little spaceship. So this is kind of like Mad Libs, but space themed Mad Libs. So that was super cute. All right, this one is this is something I bought from an artist on Etsy, and the name is Tori Penbeck. Tori Penbeck. Let's see if I got. Here we go. Here's the Etsy store. The Etsy shop is tori.illustration on Instagram and etsy.com/shop/ozmists. So let's see, I'll let that focus in there. Etsy.com/shop/ozmists. Anyways, I saw they had put some stuff up on Facebook, and I'm not sure how I found her or him. I'm not even sure if Tori's a girl or a guy, but I mean, she had some really freaky looking stuff that looked really wild and far out there. And since I believe in supporting artists, I believe in supporting other artists. So there's this, little fantasy adult coloring book for adults. And I thought it had some psychedelic and groovy kind of sci-fi looking stuff in it. Some of it looks a little occultish, and then some of it, I mean, he just kind of looks alien to me. So I thought that was neat. And then I also got a couple stickers out of their store. So those are going in Sci-Fi Journal for sure. And I got metal gift bags from the Dollar Tree. You may have some laying around somewhere, you know? I mean, I think that anyone would work, like gold or red, anything that's got that shiny, futuristic kind of look to it will work. Here is another piece of art by my friend Marie Carter. She has some stuff that we put in the Purple Journal, and this is her kind of post-apocalyptic futurist style that she does. Oh my gosh, you guys. She's just so fucking amazing. I cannot even. Look at that. I have a little bit of a sad story, though, about her art. My husband commissioned her to paint the tank to do the artwork on the tank on one of his motorcycles, and she spent so much time, and it looked wicked good. I mean, it looked really good. My husband was hand building, making custom choppers, and I mean, can you just imagine that art on a custom chopper? It was badass. Anyways, we had someone come and stay with us, and that person was an alcoholic, not in their right mind. I won't name names, but he had a dog, and he said that there were fleas back there. He was staying in the jam room / bike room, which is our studio in the backyard, and it's where Dave was building bikes, and it's where our music studio was. So he's kind of staying in the music studio. He said that there were fleas from his dog or whatever in there, and he wanted to spray some flea spray. And my husband specifically said, don't spray it in the bike room. Whatever you do, do not spray it around my chopper. Well, Dave is pretty certain that he did spray flea spray around the chopper. And what happened was the chrome on his chopper got all screwed up from the flea spray, and there was a scratch, a really noticeable scratch right on the top of the tank. I don't know if it happened on purpose or if it happened by accident. My husband thinks that he did it. I don't know if he did it or not. I'm not really, trying to place blame. It's all water under the bridge. It was a real long time ago. But long story short, the whole tank had to be sanded down and redone, and Marie's artwork was lost. And yeah, we were pissed. It was not cool, and more or less not cool to Marie, because she put so much work into that tank, and it looked so good. We were brokenhearted. We were just brokenhearted. Anyways, I found this vintage book. Actually, this was something I ordered specifically off the internet for the journal. This is from the 1950s, but I just love it. I just think the photos in it are great. It's not like these are hard to find. There's plenty of them out there. So my husband's like, you can't tear that up. I'm like, oh, honey, you want me to buy you your own? But look how cool they are. It's like so kitschy and sci-fi at the same time. They're like, we're going to the moon, Trip to the moon. I love it. I love it. Very kitschy. Very cool. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for right now for the ephemera for the Sci-Fi Journal. I have one more thing coming in the mail that I ordered, and it hasn't got here yet, and it will probably end up being just the piece de resistance, the crumb, for this project, but I can wait for it. It was something I ordered off Amazon, and I think it's being, drop shipped. So I didn't realize it when I ordered it that it was something that was going to take 3 weeks to come. So hopefully it'll be here in the next week or so, and I'll be able to finally get started for real. But I'll probably start assembling some signatures at least in the meantime. And yeah, I'm excited to get to work on this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and did I show you? I showed you in the last video, but this one, I'll show you in this video too. This guy, I went to the comic book store to find those comic books, and there was these little art cards that this guy drew and was selling prints of. They were only $1 a piece, so he had multiples of them, and they're blank on the back. So they're gonna make great journaling cards for the Sci-Fi Journal, y'all. Look at that. You can journal on the back of the alien monster from Alien. I really wish he had a picture of Ripley. That would have been the bomb. Yoda. And they all have like this attitude to them. They're all kind of like, you know, Spock. I think Spock is the best. I really like Spock the most. Yep. And then, yeah, there was just a few other little things here and there kind of floating around. That'll end up in the Sci-Fi Journal too. I just haven't dug it all out yet. But one of the things I started doing to organize this ephemera for these projects is I cleaned out the top drawer of my file cabinet. I mean, I did have nothing but family papers and things in here, and I just kind of culled everything, and I kind of you know, made some room, and now the whole top of it is for scrapbooking and journaling and projects and things. So I got my little folders in here. See, here's the folder of all the leftovers from making the Valentines. And I'll put this guy back in here real quick. So as ideas come up, you know, I can make a folder. Like I've started a folder for Earth Day. And if I get around to it this year, I would love to have, you know, make a little journal, an Earth Day journal. I think would be really cool and appropriate, because junk journaling, in a sense, is kind of an eco-friendly craft. Because we're recycling and reusing things. Now, you know, the Sci-Fi Journal is really becoming quite a hybrid, because it's not going to be full-on trash and junk journal. When you go out and buy something brand new to put in a journal, I don't know if you can really call it a trash journal or a junk journal. But maybe an art journal in the junk journal style. So anyways, tell me what you think about that. What do you think it's going to end up like? What category would you think it falls under if it would just be an art journal? Oh yeah, and there was this too. I got some of the, ooh, I love it, holographic paper. I mean, this will probably end up in both Star Trek or both sci-fi and Star Wars. And then I also found this wrapping paper here at one of the thrift stores, and it has, you can see it has little spaceships, like little TIE fighters. It's not a Star Wars licensed paper, you know. It's just kind of a generic sci-fi paper, but I just thought, wow, that was really cool. Great score, great find. So yeah, that's it for now for the ephemera hunt for the Sci-Fi Journal. Thrift stores have been great, but I don't think that a lot of people have thought about the comic book store, for finding ephemera for junk journals and trash journals and stuff like that. I mean, you know, let's face it, it's not going to be anything you find there at the comic book store is not going to be girly and she frou-frou. It's just not. You know, you might find some Sailor Moon or some anime and some stuff like that, but you know, if you're into that, but it's not going to be, you know, frilly. But see, I'm kind of one of those people where I'm a little bit of everything, you know. I'm a little bit rock and roll, I'm a little bit sci-fi, I'm a little bit romantic, I'm a little bit feminine, I'm all of that. You know, there's so many different things I want to express through this art form, and it's really cool. I think maybe that's why I'm into it so much more than say tie-dyeing per se, because tie-dyeing is just tie-dyeing, you know. There's a lot of different ways you can, permutations and things that you can go down the road with tie-dyeing, but it's always going to end up being tie-dye, you know. So this is great because there's so many different ways to express yourself in the paper arts. And I might be a little bit new to junk journaling, but I'm certainly not new to art or to paper arts in general. As evidenced by my entire collection of art magazines, that I've collected for years. So, and also an entire bookshelf of art books that I had moved out of here recently. So I've been at this art thing for a while. You don't end up with a studio and all this stuff, overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. I'm lucky that I have the space. I'm lucky I have a room. If I didn't have the space, if I didn't have a room, I swear to you, I would be renting someone's garage or a spare bedroom or a storage unit somewhere just to have space to craft in. I think it would drive me nuts not to be able to create art and to craft. It truly balances me out, and it's my therapy. It just makes me happy to do it. So, yeah, this is life. This is me. I have to do it. I'm driven to do it, and I'm really having fun with the paper crafts right now. Do regret that I didn't, play with this stuff a lot more earlier. To be honest with you, I thought scrapbooking was just something that moms did to preserve family memories. I mean, really, I think I was just, for a while, I had a misconception about it, I thought it was just more of a crafty thing to do, and it didn't necessarily have a lot of, well, I'm not saying you're not creative with it. Of course, it's creativity. Of course it is. But I just thought it was, kind of a girly, kind of a, just something that moms did. Not necessarily something that could really be an expressive a way to express yourself, and to get various thoughts across. So, I don't have a lot of the things I'd like to have still for doing this. I'm finding that a lot of the things I want don't exist. I'm going, where are all the really groovy, cool stickers? It's hard. Have you noticed it's hard to find stickers? Like really nice one. Like the hunt has been hard, y'all. I like the hunt for good stickers. And I don't necessarily always want something that's like, scrapbooky. I want something that's really cool, like those stickers I found on that Etsy store. And I'm going, gosh, there might be an opportunity there. Should I get into the sticker making business? I'm not really a graphic artist, y'all. I don't do a lot of digital stuff. So, I mean, that's kind of asking a lot of me, but I really wish that somebody would. I really wish that someone would take that freaking horse and ride it, like go with that idea, because I'm finding stickers here and there about various things, but not a lot of stickers. It seems like there's more in the way of stamps and stuff out there than there are stickers. And let's face it, good God, stamps are expensive. I mean, who wants to pay $20 just to get a thought across in a piece of art on a stamp that you might not ever use again? Like, there just seriously needs to be some kind of, stamping underground or stamp exchange out there. Maybe it's the silicone. I don't know why these clear stamps are so damn expensive, but, I mean, I'm looking at some of them and I'm going, wow, really cute stamp, but $20? Yeah, I don't think so. So, stickers would be great. Like, if someone had, some really cool graphic stickers that had something more than just the average sentiment on it, like memories or togetherness or beauty or, all of these scrapbooky sentiments. I really would like to see some cooler sentiments, like working on the Paris journal here. On the Paris project, or the French project. I've been gathering ephemera left and right for that. Well, there's dozens upon dozens of stamped images out there of the Eiffel Tower. But I was looking for Can-Can girls. Do you know how hard it was to find something with Can-Can girls on it? Because the Moulin Rouge is in Paris. If you don't know, the Moulin Rouge was like kind of where burlesque started out. It's super cool. And, you know, back in the day, there was this little dude called Toulouse-Lautrec. You know, that movie, Moulin Rouge, with Nicole Kidman. And Toulouse-Lautrec hung out there at the Moulin Rouge. And he painted a lot of the Can-Can girls and stuff. And I was like looking and looking and looking. I finally found something, but it wasn't quite what I was looking for. I was hoping to even just find a book that had some nice pictures, some graphics of some Can-Can girls. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I feel like I wish they had. Anyways, this video got long about 15 minutes ago. And I don't blame you if you clicked past this part. If you stuck with me, God bless you. Anyways, I mean, I'm just shooting the shit with y'all about this art thing. And I really would love it if you would comment below, you know, tell me what you think about any of these thoughts. It's nice to have a conversation, you know. So, that's it for now. That's it for the Sci-Fi Journal Ephemera. And we'll see you soon. I think the next video is either going to be a tutorial on how to make that galaxy paper, or I have like 2 or 3 tutorials in mind that I want to do in the upcoming weeks. And I don't think that a lot of it is stuff I just really haven't seen a lot of other people do. I mean, galaxy paper, that kind of shit's out there. But my technique might be a little bit different than the next person's. And you might like the way mine looks a little better. I don't know. One thing's for certain, mine is fast. I've seen a lot of tutorials for watercolor, you know, paintings of galaxies and things. And watercoloring a galaxy would take a long time. But I think that my technique would be pretty fast and easy. So anyways, we'll save that for another day. I hope you guys are doing well. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this is your first time on my channel, I would be so grateful if you would think about subscribing. I'm still trying to kind of build up my subscribership here. It might be pipe dreams. I might be absolutely flipping crazy and out of my mind to ever think that I might have an audience. But I think I got a lot of good things to share, and I would love to be able to share it with more people. So I think the more subs I get, the higher up I go in those search ratings. So anyways, yeah, guys, take care, and talk to you next time.